Allow your inner creator, your inner light to shine through no matter what is going on. Allow that light to shine through, shine out. That way, when you are in this state, you are helping people around you. You are touching people around you. You are shifting your reality.
Spiritual awakening is just the beginning. Spiritual actualization is the evolution. I am Will Rucker, and this is Spiritual Actualization. Let's get into it.
I'm so happy to have you with me here this morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Will. How are you? I'm so happy to be here with you today, my friend.
I am doing well. Excited to talk about United Hearts.
Yes, I am so excited to talk about this song.
When I first heard it, you sent me the Dropbox link, and I didn't listen to it the first day. I think it was like the second day after. I was like, oh my gosh, I need this like on repeat all the time, because it was just not just the musicality of it, but the energy behind it was just so healing and soothing. And with everything going on in our world, I'm like, yes, this is exactly it.
Yes, and it's so funny that you say that, because that has been the type of feedback that I've been getting from many people. And it's funny because the type of energy I channeled into this song as I was creating it is the type of energy responses that I'm getting back from people. So when I when I first started writing this song, I was feeling really low, just very defeated based on everything that has been going on. There was a lot of anger going on, a lot of emotions, and I didn't know how to process things. So I followed my guidance, and my guides told me to create a song. Okay. And I was not in the mood to create a song at all. So I sat there, I'm like, okay, started writing some words, and they just started pouring in. The words just started pouring out onto my piece of paper. And as I was writing the song, I felt very emotional. But as I was writing the words, I started feeling very inspired, very motivated, very hopeful. Okay. So I had the words sitting there for a day, just sitting there. I came up with a melody, so that this whole process, it was fun, but it was emotional at the same time. I spent a few days crying because I couldn't get the melody out, because it just touched me on such a deep level. It was hard for me. Since I connected so deeply with the energy of the planet, it was hard for me to sing, to get this vibration out of my body and channel it into something that, was more positive, so to speak. I was channeling all sorts of emotions. So it was a little bit of a difficult process for me to go through. So as I was recording the song, I was also crying. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I could actually get this song out. So it was this releasing process for me. And more so, it was definitely more of a healing process for me, because I was going through a roller coaster of emotions. I was feeling this sadness. I was feeling loss. I was feeling defeat, but then at the same time, I was feeling this immense love, this immense compassion, and just pure joy, feeling hopeful. So those are all the emotions that I was experiencing as I was creating the song, as I was singing the song. And when I was done recording, I listened to the song and I was like, I can't believe I just created this song. I can't believe this came out of me. And like I said, it was not me. This was just stuff that I channeled. This was energy that I channeled, I picked up on, and I put into this song. And when I was done creating this song, I felt healed. I felt happy. I felt excited. And I was just so happy to get this song out to share with everyone, not knowing that this would have the same effect on other people. So I put the song out and I shared it with you, Will. I shared it with you. I shared it with a couple of other of my close friends. I had it on Dropbox first, just to kind of get some feedback and see, how this touched people. And they all gave me pretty much the same type of response. I'm not an emotional person, but this made me very emotional. It made me feel like, as if I wanted to cry. And some people actually told me that this song made them cry. And I'm not an emotional person like that. I don't go around, crying over everything. That's not how I process my emotions. But when I do need to have a cry, I'll have a cry. So it was very interesting to know that people actually picked up on that vibration within this song. also, people said that it made them feel almost like they have goosebumps, you know, and when you have goosebumps, that typically means you're tapped into the vibration and the frequency, and it's touching you in some way, it's healing you in some way, it's delivering a message to you in some way. The brain can't process it, so the body will pick up on it. And that's what I thought was very interesting. So every emotion that I put into this song, my feedback was pretty much repeating that back to me. So I felt sad. I felt, it made me feel happy. One woman said it made her heart feel whole again. She felt kind of like ripped, like her heart was ripped into pieces, ripped in half. And it made her heart feel whole. It made her feel hopeful again. And I had so many people just coming out thanking me. And I'm like, I was not expecting this at all, because again, I just did this because my guides, you know, said this would be a good idea for me to do. So I followed my guidance. I created the song. And in the process, I felt it was more about me. But in reality, it was much bigger than that. It was much bigger. And at first, I put the song out on Instagram. It did okay. Then I decided, hey, why don't I just throw the song up on Facebook and just put it out there? And it literally just, it started exploding on Facebook. You know, I got thousands of views and thousands of people reaching out to me, telling me like, thank you for this. Thank you for putting this song out. This is exactly what I needed to hear. So it was an absolutely amazing, touching, you know, process, healing process to go through.
Yeah, you share so many nuggets of wisdom in just explaining how the song came about. The power of music, it's amazing. When it's created authentically, that does translate. And I'm always amazed that whatever is happening in that moment can be captured eternally through whatever medium it may be on, whether, you know, back in the day we had the records, and before that 8 tracks, and, you know, I don't know which order they came in, but we have all these mediums to transfer this information. And now with the internet, it can reach people in a whole new way. And I love that you didn't just leave it in one place, but you put it out everywhere, and then it took off in one of those platforms. So I think that's important for us to recognize. Sometimes we feel like, oh, well, you know, I tried, it didn't really work out, so it must not have been good. No, it's not good. You just had to get it through the right delivery system.
Exactly.
So I love that you did that. And then you gave yourself permission to feel, and to feel things that we would traditionally say are unpleasant or undesirable, but they're just as important, because without that rain part, we don't get to the growth that the sun produces. So I love that you shared all of that. My goodness.
Thank you, Will. Thank you. Yeah, like you said, getting it on the right platforms, and that's a struggle nowadays because of how the algorithm works, you know. And I wasn't thinking anything of it. It was a normal day. I said, let me just put it out. I had no expectations. And it just started circulating around. And I feel like that is the magic of vibration. When something really needs to get out there and people need to hear it, they automatically gravitate to it. It's something that they need in that moment. You know, it's a healing that they need in that moment. So naturally, people will gravitate to it. Yes, there's an aspect of, you know, the algorithm and you know, and kind of pushing out your content, but there's also, I feel deeply that there is a vibrational attachment to it as well. And if it needs to truly get out and help people, it will get out. The universe has a magical way of working, you know. And like I said, I wasn't planning on putting it out on Facebook. My guides told me to put it on Facebook. I was doing a meditation and I got this information. It's like, put it on Facebook. I'm like, okay. So I put it out and it's like, bam, there you go. That was what was needed, you know, at that time to really get it out there. So the process alone, just creating the song and putting it out, it was all such a magical experience. I felt like I was totally in this flow state, this abundant flow state. That's almost like what it felt like as I was going through the process.
I think it's interesting that Facebook is the one that took it as well,
Yeah,
because and for my experience, that's the place where there's the most tension. Like Instagram is still
yeah,
kind of fun. Like you have some of the more serious conversations
right,
happen, but it's real fun. Twitter's
right,
its own thing, but Facebook, it seemed to be one of those places that's polarizing. And so
right.
to come up with United Hearts there, I mean, I'm glad you listened. That's what I will say.
I know. I mean, every time I put something out, it's definitely what's the word? It's a risk. You know, you're taking a big risk. You're putting out your thoughts. You're putting out your feelings. You're putting yourself on the line. You're being courageous and putting this out there, and you never know what type of feedback or responses you're going to get, or how it's going to maybe strike a chord with someone. Maybe it may rub someone the wrong way. It may help someone. And I think it's so amazing that when this song was circulating around on Facebook, I got nothing but positivity. I didn't get one negative comment. Everyone had almost the same response to this song. That was amazing. And half of these people I don't even know. So they could definitely, they're going to speak their mind. They're going to be honest, as you know. That's just how the internet works. So I just feel like alone, just hearing this feedback, hearing how it touched people, made me realize how special, this song truly was and is. And it makes me feel very grateful that I took that time to follow my guidance. And I feel like it's a very important thing for all of us to do, especially during this time, to keep our vibration high.
So I have my favorite line of the song, but what is your favorite line?
Ooh, my favorite line. Okay. Um, wow, I have to pick one line. See, I like all of the lines. A favorite line. That's going to be so tough for me. Let's see, a favorite line. I would just say when I came up with the particular phrase "United Hearts," that really stood out to me, especially with everything that's going on. That's the common theme. United Hearts, we all want to come together and be united, as one, and see this collective and see everyone here on the planet as one being, as just one consciousness. So I feel, if anything, that's why I called the song United Hearts. I feel like that particular phrase popped out to me the most as I was, creating the song.
I love it. And for
What
me,
about you? I'm curious.
well, it ends up there. So as the world comes together, let us see that we are one love, one heart, stand united.
Yes.
And so what I'm hearing in that, and what it gives me is hope. And it's a reminder that we are moving towards oneness. So of course, if you look at the energy centers of the body, the heart, that's that dividing line between kind of our base foundational and then our higher selves. And so as that heart chakra opens, that's when we really can begin to see others as other self instead of just other. And I think that's really the important part. And our hearts feel and experience so much more deeply than like our intellect.
Right,
The mind's
exactly.
important, but the heart is that's where the energy is really stored. And of course, science has shown us that even the magnetic field is stronger. So the united heart piece was so powerful.
And that's interesting that you bring that up, because as I was channeling this song, it came from, my heart space. And the heart space, like you said, it's the most powerful electromagnetic field in the human body. So that's typically my process. When I'm creating music, I become very present. I become more in the moment, power of now. So I'm in the moment. I disconnect from my mind. I reconnect with my heart space, and I'm instantly able to tap into that electromagnetic field. And I set the intention of allowing, new creative ideas to flow to me and what's needed in that moment. So that's totally the space I was coming from as I was creating the song. I was actually tapped into my heart space. So I think it's very interesting, that you brought that up. And I set an intention of allowing all of my chakras through singing, through melody, to be activated and healed. That's a practice that I do as well through my music. And that's why I call my music high vibrational music, healing music.
Nice. So that means you say my music. So there's like a catalog here. So how do we find the rest of this music?
Yes, so all of my music is actually streaming on all of the major music platforms. So you can find it on Spotify. You can also download my music from iTunes, even Google Play. So any major music platform. I have two songs out right now. So I have United Hearts and I have Falling Down into Clouds. So those are two singles. I'm actually working on an album. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, I definitely.
You also had a very special cameo in this video.
I did. I did. I brought in my daughter. My daughter's name is Alara. And it was not planned. I was creating the video. I was just having some fun creating the video, and I just hear someone kicking at my door. Kick, kick. Hello, mama. And this girl is not even 2 years old yet. She's just full on sentences, communicating in her own way. So she's kicking my door. Hello, mama. I'm like, okay, oh, okay. So I had to literally stop what I was doing. I got up, went to the door, picked her up. I'm like, oh, let's see, how can we just make this fun? Well, maybe that's a sign. I'm going to take this as a sign from the universe that my daughter needs to be in this video. So we just had some fun. I brought her in. Honestly, I wasn't thinking about keeping the clips in. I kept it recording. I didn't think about keeping those clips in, but I did. I felt like it was a nice little cute, touch to the video. And it aligns with the video as well. United Hearts is nothing that could break me and my daughter apart because we are united. So I felt like it aligned with it. I'm like, okay, I see where the universe is taking me with this one. And she enjoyed the process. She was a little cranky in between because she wanted to be a part of the whole thing. So once I was like, okay, you need to leave. No, she threw this big fit. And, and we're so connected. I felt terrible. So it was like, I felt emotional during the process as well. And I kind of had to get it together and go back to, filming the video. But yeah, it was not planned at all. It wasn't.
Well, she makes my day every time she pops in one of your videos. I'm just like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, my daughter she's a huge part of my life. She inspires me. She motivates me. She makes me want to just work harder, be the best version of myself I could be. So yeah, she's the little light in my life that just lights me up whenever I'm having an off day or a bad day. She helps, she makes things make sense for me.
I like how you said that. She makes it make sense. So.
Yeah.
There's one other line in the song that you kind of repeat almost as a mantra, and it's "Let it shine."
Let it shine. Yes.
Yeah. Where did that come from, and what did you mean by that?
Let it shine. So no matter what is going on around you, your external environment, what people are saying around you, you do not have to become that. That is not you. You have this, everyone has a beautiful light inside of them, which comes from your center, your heart center. And what I meant by let it shine is allow your inner creator, your inner light to shine through no matter what is going on. Allow that light to shine through, shine out. That way, when you are in this state, you are helping people around you. You are touching people around you. You are shifting your reality. So that's basically what I meant by let it shine. Let your light shine through in order to help others around you, especially during this time, everything that we're going through on the planet.
Yeah.
And, when I was writing the song, the words just came out. I didn't really know what I was writing, if that makes sense, channel writing. Yeah, I'm sure you've been there. And then as I was creating the melody and singing it, I was like, whoa, this is powerful. I had no clue what I was writing. And as I was singing and the melody started coming out, even the melody, the sound connected to it, it's almost like vibration was speaking through me, and I picked up on what this vibration was communicating and trying to say. And that's the best way I can describe it or explain it. It's something that you really need to listen to and feel for yourself. It's really hard to explain vibration, how vibration works, since it's more of a feeling. It's an energetic thing. It's something that you will feel in your body. And normally you'll pick up on it like feeling like goosebumps, or you just feel very emotional. You feel you feel, and you feel it mainly in your heart space, especially with this song. You'll feel it in your heart. Your heart may race a little bit. You may feel overwhelmed with emotion. So that's basically how vibration communicates with us.
Yeah, I love how you make it so accessible and simple to understand, because it is a feeling. And a lot of times in spirituality, people just get their heads in the clouds, we'll say,
Right.
and it's because it is, I mean, it's a huge concept, like understanding the universe, like, I mean, not a small, order,
Yeah.
but by the same token, because it's essentially who we are and what we are, it is something that we can understand, and going by feeling and just, you just know that And that
Right.
happens for me a lot. I'm like, how did I know that? I just
Exactly.
do it, So,
You just
and it
know that.
is, it's that
Yes.
connection. So,
Yes. Totally agree with that. Like the other day, I was trying to figure out, like, where did creation come from? Like, this deep like thought, and you can't come up with the answer. You can't. It's a feeling. It's like, it's somewhere, but you can't pinpoint it, and you can't really explain it or describe it. It's just something that you feel in your body. So it's pretty interesting with how, vibration works. And like you said, you just know.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say I love your process. I thought maybe there was like music in advance, and then you're like, well, let me just put something to it. But hearing how this song was birthed is just, it makes it that much more special. And thank you for sharing it with me, in advance, because it really was a huge blessing. And it draws you to a higher vibrational state. And I think that's your goal. And I want you to know that you are achieving that.
Oh, thank you, Will. Thank you. And I'm so happy that it touched you, and that you felt the need to like really want to talk about the song, because I do feel like it's much deeper than just the song I created. And honestly, to be completely honest with you, this is probably one of the first songs where I felt the most connected to my heart space, the most connected to vibration, without having to guess, without having to use my brain. This is probably one of my first songs ever where I didn't have to take a second to second guess or think about it. And I think that's pretty interesting. So now that I, understand the process, I can create more and more songs in this way. And I've been making music for a while, so, and I would always make music thinking, well, does this sound right? Does this line really go here? Should I just take this out? And I would second guess my music, and I would mess with the frequency, with the vibration that was trying to come through. And I do believe that words hold magical spells within them and need to be said in a particular order. So sometimes I would mess with the channeling, with the music that was coming through. I would mess with it. I would take out certain words, and it would destroy the entire vibration or frequency of the song. And it would not allow the song to get out in the way that it needed to get out, or do the healing or heal people in the way that it needed to heal people. So I just recently figured that out, so a light bulb just kind of went off for me. So now that I've been through this process, I understand how it works, and I have that level of awareness. I can guarantee you, going forward, I will always create music from this place. And it's so much easier for me. It's way less work, way less headache to have to just think about it all the time, second guess it. It takes a level of awareness though. And I feel like, right now I'm feeling like people who are listening to this right now, this is a process not just for creating music. This is for life in general. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're doing throughout your day,
For sure. And that actually is going to be my next question, is what do you want people to take away from your experience in tapping into this flow state? How can they apply that to their everyday lives as well?
I mean, it's a very simple process. I'll give you a technique that you can practice that's pretty easy. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I'll walk you through it a little bit more detail. So what you want to do is you want to find a nice, comfortable place, quiet place if possible. You want to look around your room or wherever you are. Observe the colors, observe the sounds. Slow yourself down. Take a moment to breathe. Become present, fully present in the moment. You want to use all of your senses to become present. And as you feel yourself shift into this present moment, you'll feel very calm. This calming feeling will come over you. And as you feel this calming feeling, that's a good indicator that you are disconnected from your mind. As you start to disconnect from your mind, or if thoughts start to flow in, you just simply let it pass by, let it flow by. Don't think about it. Don't, think about the thought and allow it to take over your mind. Just let it flow. Just let it flow like water. Just observe, be the observer. That's what I'm trying to say. Be the observer. And as you're observing, become present. And as you become present, focus on your heart space. Your heart space is the most powerful electromagnetic field in your body. So you're going to connect with that heart space. And as you connect with the heart space, you will set an intention. So say, let's just say something simple. Like say you have a business meeting coming up and you're not sure what to say. Set an intention of, when I have my meeting today, things will go as they should be, or things will run smoothly. You can really set an intention that aligns with you. Okay, so the intention is very important. So you want to set that intention and you want to feel that intention. So feel it in your heart space. And as you feel this intention, allow it to move out around your body. Envision your electromagnetic field. It's all around your body. And imagine this energy projecting out around you. And as it projects out around you, you will start attracting into your field exactly what you are trying to manifest, for your day, throughout the day. And as this comes to you, you may get a few downloads. So for example, you may see a picture in your mind. It's the first thing that pops either into your mind or it could be a feeling. So no different than when you listen to music and you pick up on a frequency or vibration. You feel those goosebumps, you feel love, you feel any type of emotion, whatever you feel, use that. That is vibration communicating with you. And that will tell you what you need to do. You will always be guided in that way. Okay, so if you feel that you should just relax until your business meeting, then that's exactly what you need to do. If you feel like, oh, maybe you should write out your ideas before your business meeting, then that is what you should do. Just follow the guidance, the first thing that pops into your head, okay? And with this intention, putting this intention out, you are receiving guidance. You're putting the vibration out, the vibration is coming back, you're receiving that guidance, and that guidance is there for you to help you. Then when your business meeting happens, it's going to go exactly as you set your intention to be. So it will run smoothly. As long as you follow your guidance and you have that level of awareness, it will go exactly as you set your intention to be. So this is pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I like to set my intention for my day. Okay, so I'll go through a list of things I have to do during the day, and I'll set an intention of, I allow everything that I have to do today to go smoothly. And you can really say whatever you want to say, whatever works for you, whatever you resonate with. If you're worried about something, you can use this technique and it will instantly calm you down, because you know that the universe has your back. The universe will always give you guidance exactly when you need that particular guidance. So this is definitely a powerful tool that you can use every day. It's very simple. It's just become present. Disconnect from your mind, tap into your heart space, and set that intention, and just allow things to flow to you and through you. And if you can practice this every single day, it will become easier. And you may even switch it up a little bit based on what works for you. There's no right or wrong. This is something that I practice. So you could pull key elements from this practice and apply it to your life, and tie in other key elements from a different practice that work for you, and create your own. Because like I created this myself. We all have the power to create what works for us. So that's pretty much what I do, not only to channel music, but on a day-to-day basis, to basically have my day run smooth and set that intention, just to have a fabulous day, fabulous week, a fabulous month, and stay in that flow state, stay in the energy of abundance, of attracting in what you would like. So that's, to sum it all up, that's basically what I do.
And of course, United Hearts on repeat in the background.
And the United Hearts will be on repeat, and it will be healing up my chakras during the day to keep me very zoned in and focused.
Well, I will just conclude with saying this, and you hear me say it all the time, but I want you to know, and this is from my heart, you are not just a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop, and I love you so much. I'm so grateful for joining with you in this time for my channel, and I'm looking forward to the next albums with a Z on it.
Albums. How to put the swag on there. Yes, well, thank you so much for having me on, and I feel so blessed, so honored. I'm just so happy that you felt the need and the urge to want to talk about this song. Again, this is just the universe working its magic, getting this song out even more. And yeah, you can find the song on any major streaming platform. You can download it on any major platform as well. I have the video on my Facebook and also on YouTube. So you can pretty much find it anywhere. And I highly recommend that you listen to the song, not just because I created it, but because I want you to listen to it, and I want you to feel healed. I want you to feel the magic that is connected to this song and what everyone else has been experiencing. So yeah, Will, thank you so much for having me. Love you so much. And this talk was amazing. I always enjoy talking to you.
Likewise. So we'll have to do it again soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's a global transformation of consciousness happening right now, and you are a part of it. It's the greatest shift in consciousness this planet has ever seen. And my assignment, my mission, is to help you awaken to the infinite nature of your being, love. I help awakening people actualize their spirituality. I see what's there, what's really there, and I share those insights with you. My journey isn't mine, my struggles, my pain. It's all for this moment, for this time, for this place, for us, so that we can come together and reconnect as one, layers of one universe living as we ought, inspired, intrigued, interconnected, intersectional. Spiritual awakening is just the beginning. Spiritual actualization is the evolution. I am Will Rucker, and this is Spiritual Actualization. Let's get into it.